This is Cathy, Teen Services Librarian at the Escondido Public Library, and we are here for Crafting with Cathy. This is our November craft for the teens, and we are making owl shadow boxes. So we have 3 different owls. This is a barred owl, and then we also have a screech owl, and we have a barn owl. So we are going to, we as in me, because I'm the only person here, I am going to show you your kit, our Teen Craft kit, and how to put this together. And when you pick up your kit, you're going to get one of these 3 owls. We have no idea what's in the bag. It'll be a surprise as to which owl you get, but they're all super adorable. So crafts are going to be available today, Monday, November 9th. And while supplies last, pick it up, check out the video, and make your shadow box. What else is happening? I think that's it. Like, there's always something else that's happening, but I don't think so. So yeah, let us now open our bag and show you how to make an owl shadow box. Okay, so here is your craft kit. So you can say it says Teen Craft. Woohoo, it's so exciting. So we're going to open this up and we'll show you what is inside. A little Crafting with Cathy sticker. It's like, don't tear it, it's so precious. Anyway, but you will find everything that you need in the bag. Oh, it's empty. Excellent. Okay. So all of your little, the parts for the owl are all in this little teeny bag. So they're all together so you won't lose them because some of them are kind of tiny. And then I gave you one of these really cool, it's like a glue tape, like a tape, but gluey. So you can use that. And there's quite a bit on there, so you should have plenty left over to do any other gluing type projects that you would like. I'm going to put this to the side because I have one that's open that I've been using, so I'm going to use that one. But it's kind of cool because it's just like correction tape or white out tape, but it's glue on. It's very handy. So we have that. And then we have the other pieces. You should have a moon, this blue background. You'll have a leaf background, and then you'll have 3 pieces of black. And that is what you're going to use to create the box, the shadow box itself. And then, depending on the owl you get, this is the barn owl, as we see here. Ooh. You'll also get, you won't get a full set of instructions, but you will get what I call your layer plan. So this will show you how your owl, specifically how it is layered, so that you know what piece goes on in what order, so you get a complete owl. Okie dokie. So that's what's in your bag. You might need like a glue stick for some of the smaller bits that this won't work for, or just regular white glue, but glue stick is always great. Yeah, if you have any paint, if you have white paint, we're going to be using that just as an extra. If you have that, that'd be great. If you don't, no big deal. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you need to put the actual box together. So what you need to do is, all 3 of these boxes have folding lines. Is that that's the word I'm thinking of. So you just need to fold all 3 boxes along those dotted lines. Okay? And you want to fold all of them the same direction. Okay? So like if you fold this one up, you want to fold this one up. So we're just going to then fold up. Sorry, I'm trying to like find out where things are. So this will take a minute, but you want to do a nice squishy, a nice good fold along that dotted line. So we folded that in, so we want to fold everything in. And let's see. And then if you haven't noticed, I'm going to mention this. Each of these pieces, this is box 1, this is box 2, and this is box 3. So that will help you to know which box you need to use. Fold, fold. Okay, so that one's all folded. So now we're going to fold the next one. Okay. And now the next one, box number 3. Okay. Now, we have 3 boxes, and they have all been folded. But now we need to secure the corners together so that they actually stay boxes. So we'll just do box number 3 first. So you have these little, you want to flip it over so it looks like this, and then you can just kind of flatten it. And then these little corners that you see here that are either have a cut or have a diagonal, those are going to be the points where you need to add some tape. Yeah. So we've got our tape thingy, super cool. And you just use it like you do correction tape, you know, probably start a little before where you need to be and then just push and then pull. And then look, tape, sometimes, or glue. Sometimes it'll do that, but that's perfectly fine. You can put 1 little strip, you can put 2 strips. Sometimes it gets stuck, just like correction tape. Or sometimes it does that, which is fine. So we just need some on all the sections or all the corners. And since you will be using kind of glue or glue stick, if you need to protect the surface that you're working on, sometimes the glue gets stuck here on the end. You might want to put something down if you want to protect your work surface from getting gluey. So we've got glue on all 4 corners. So then we flip it back over and then fold it in and then bring it up and just make sure you get it nice and square, completely square, because this is a box. So that's what you need to do. Just make sure they're nice and square. And then we're going to do the same thing for all 3 boxes. So look, now you have a box. This is going to be your base box, or the back, and that's why there's a hole in it, if you can see the hole, so that you can hang it. So this is your base, box number 3. Box number 2, same thing, you're going to flip it over, squash it back a little bit, and then put glue, oops, on the those 4 little tabs in the corner. Again, if you don't want to use the tape, you don't have to. Sometimes it works on bigger things or smaller things. You can always use a glue stick if you prefer. I love glue, so, you know, I tend to like use it everywhere. Plus I like these little dispensers. Then I get glue on the table. So protect your work surface if you don't want it to get glue everywhere. It stuck to me. And then this box is box number 2. And this box is going to be the middle box, or the inside box that you're going to attach your green piece and your owl to. Too much glue? No, not too much glue. Excellent. Okay, we got all 4 corners. It looks like a box. Excellent. And then box number 1 is going to be the top box, or the box that you put on top so that it gives it an outside frame. Okay, so same thing. Flip it back over, push it back down, and then put some glue on those 4 little tabs. Bring the tab, and make sure to put the tab on the inside. Remember, you can technically glue it to the outside if you want, but then it kind of looks a little tacky, because then you can see, like, you could see this, the inside marks. So, not inside marks, but the lines of the paper. Okay. Yay! So, boxes are done. And if you can't remember what box is which, you can always still, like, look inside and see the number. So, okay. So, now we've made our boxes. Yay! Put those over here. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to grab the piece of greenery that you see here. And we're going to first, I'm going to show you how to put together this specific owl, because the way the boxes are put together are all the same. The way you put all the pieces technically together are the same. And then what's different is each individual owl. And that's why you have those owl instructions, so that you know how that goes, even if it not included in this video. Okay? Okay. Okay, so if you have one of the owls that has leaves on it like this, or if you have the one that's got leaves like this, if you'll notice, you can see some score lines on the leaves, and that kind of gives it some more dimension. So if you have one of these two, we can do that right now. If you find like a pad of paper or like a nice squishy surface, like this is like an IRS booklet, but it's got lots of paper and it's squashy. If you can find something like that, put it on there so that you can like push into it, so that you don't have to, nice squashy surface. And then this is like one of my tools. I can use the end of this, or if you have like a pen or something that has like a tip but isn't like pointed, that's a bit more dull. Dull is not the word I'm looking for, but I also have like this Sharpie. You can probably use the Sharpie. Something that's a little blunted but isn't like pointy. Yeah, we'll use the Sharpie. So what you want to do is like here's your, and you want to hold the paper when you do this, because if you don't, you might end up like tearing the paper, right? So here's your leaf. You're going to want to hold it, and then you can just sort of use the edge and just push down. That's what the whole point of the squashy thing is. Push down and like pull forward, and it makes like a little score line here. And then follow with the leaves like that. And then you can kind of see the score lines that you see, and it just gives a little bit of more dimension to your leaves. This is not super working for me, so I'm going to switch to this. But find something in your house that works for you. And then we're just going to do that for all of the leaves. And you always want to hold the leaf because you don't want to tear it. Because if you tear it, you're screwed. You can't come back. Oh no. Oh, I tore it. See? That's what happens. Well, we're going to just go on about our business, but that's what I mean. Like some of these connections are very slim. Oh, like to sing when I craft. Oh, there's a couple on the side here. Oh, over here. This kind of goes into the frame, but that's okay. And yeah, I think we're done. So we're just gonna not worry about that dude right there. He'll just suffer. So getting rid of our squishy pad. And then of course, if you have this one, the screech owl, because the leaves look like this, that are pine sort of leaves, it's not really necessary to do anything because it already kind of does it itself because of the design of the leaves. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is actually add the owl to here before we do anything else. So open up your little bag, get your owl pieces. Be careful, some of the stuff is a little small, so make sure you do it on a surface that you have some space or that isn't really dark so that you don't end up losing anything. Because see, some of these pieces are just like, that's my finger. Look how, it's not small, but it's still like you could lose it. And that's why they're all in this little teeny bag. So if you want, just take out the piece that you need. Okay, so let's open up our barn owl layer plan. I'm not sure what you can see on the screen, or on the doohickey thing. But, so, that's what it looks like. So, first, you need the white piece, which is this piece here. So that one's, and I've sort of already layered it for you a little bit when I put it in here. So it's just going to go here. So we're going to put some glue on the back. Boop-a-doo. Pop-ta. Pop-ta. That's the noise you have to make. Pop-ta when you use it. And what I do, or what I found has been helpful, you don't want to put like some of this glue on your feet, right? Because then it's going to come through here. So then, ooh, sticky. Then that's where like glue stick comes in. And since it's purple, it's that one that dries clear. But I love the purple because I can see it. Don't know why. Then I just take this and just, woo, see, that's a lot of purple. I just kind of run it across the feet. Because it's going to dry clear and you should be fine. And then we just put it in the spot where it's supposed to go. Kind of line it up and then push. Okay. So we did our white piece and now we need this tan colored piece. So here we have it. It's my arm. Okay, it's going to go like this on top, so we need to put some glue on the back. Don't know. And then, stuck to my fingers because I put my fingers where the glue is. Yeah, you can technically run glue over this spot where these openings are. I did it for one of the other owls, and you can't really see it because it kind of dries clear anyway, so it doesn't really give off a. Just gonna check this other one to make sure I'm right. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to detract from the design, so you can always, but just make sure that the surface you're using can get gluey. And then we put it on top. So basically, like, it's just a layering process. Just follow your map. Okay, we did the tan piece, and now we need this round square thing, or this round thing. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's under here. And here we go. This one is interesting. This paper that I used for this piece is really nice scrapbooking paper. So one side is kind of smooth and the other side is a little textured, if you'll notice. So if you want, you can put the texture side up or you can put the smooth side up. I'm going to go with texture side up. So I'm going to put some glue on the back. So much glue! That's okay. And this piece has like a weird shape. It isn't like a circle, it isn't like a square, and you're like, where does it belong? It's kind of like this weird oval. I don't know, it's very strange. And then it also kind of shows you, if you look at the next one, where like how much space you should see poking out. So that kind of gives you an idea of where you should place it on the brain or on the head. So, and then now we see we've got the brown piece, there it is. And then now we have the little white face part. White face part, that's what I call it, white face part. Here you go. So it's up to you whether you want to use your glue stick at this point or if you want to try to use this little thingy. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to try using this little thingy because I like getting glue on different surfaces. I'm going to just use this piece of paper. And then looking at our paper, it just goes right there in the middle of the brown piece. Okay, now next we put the pupils. So you have two little black pupils here. So those I just pick up with my finger and then I just, those are easier with the glue stick. So I just put it on the glue stick and just go like that. Get a little glue on it and then just stick them right in the middle of the opening. And you can't see them super well because they're black, but I'll show you a little thing at the end that you can do to make them, to highlight them a little bit more so that you can see the pupil. And then if you feel like you can always use like tweezers or something like that if you don't want to get like glue all over your fingers. That's what I'm doing right now, but that's okay. You can always wash your hands later. Okay. Glue stick. Okay, so we did the pupils, and now we're going to do this little gray part that goes on top of the head. Just put it on the glue stick. So it sort of goes on the crown if it's right on the top of the head, so it follows the actual line of the top of the head. Oops, but you have to get it in the middle where everything else is. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. Plus, like I said, it'll dry clear, so it's okay. Okay, so we did that piece. The next one is we have the gray wing piece, and then you put the brown piece on top of that. So, gray wing piece. Here we are. Sometimes you can't pick up paper, It's like so it goes right here. So we're going to put some glue on the back. Okay. And then we just line it up with the wing here. And then the brown piece goes on top of it. This is that same brown paper that I mentioned before that we use this with. So one side is kind of, well, actually, it has to go this way anyway, because that's the direction it needs to go. So you get that nice, sometimes textured feel on it. Okay. This one we can put this glue on. Like I said, it's okay if you have these the ridges. And that goes on top of that one. So then you can see the gray coming through the wing. And while you can see sort of the glue, it just sort of dries and clear and you don't really see it. Okay, so now we have the feet. So you can already see feet here, but you're given 2 extra feet just for color and for depth. Since you're making a shadow box, you know, the layers create depth. Same thing with the feet. So you've got a little foot here, and then you have a bigger foot on top. I usually like to put the smaller one first, and then you layer the tall one on top, because that's supposed to go over. Ooh, I'm hungry. Ooh. And then double check to see what direction the feet go, to make sure that you put glue on the right side. You're like, oh yeah, that matches the direction that the feet go. So that means that you want glue on that side. And then we just sort of, this is where, again, tweezers kind of come in handy, but I forgot mine. And I figured, you know, if you have them, please use them. Or if they're not, you know, crafting tweezers, you're like your mom's tweezers that she uses to pluck her eyebrows or whatnot, might not want to use those because they'll get glue on them. And then we have the larger leg here. And then again, we want to make sure we have it going the right way. See, that doesn't fit. So you're like, oh, maybe it goes the other way. And you're like, oh yeah, there you go. It matches the direction. And then this one, the longer one just goes over the body, because technically that's the foot that faces us. Okay, so that is your owl complete. Okay, now we can move our layer plan over to the side, and now we've got this. So now, I don't think I need the glue stick anymore, or at least for the moment. Now that you've finished this, you've scored this. If you really want to, if you have any like glitter, sorry camera. If you have any glitter glue or green glitter glue, you can always run a very, very thin line of that, like on the veins of the leaves, to give it a bit more of a sparkle. Make it fancy if you would like, but otherwise, I mean, that looks pretty good to me. So you want to grab box number 2, because this is your middle box. Box number 2. And this piece, you're going to flip it over, and basically it's going to sit inside box number 2. And you're going to then adhere this to the black box. And if you'll notice, you can see like that little frame of black here around. That's what you want to see a little bit of, so that you know it sits right on the other side. Yeah? Okay. So we stick that to that box. So what I want to do is we'll move that over, flip it over, and then we're going to put some glue along these little edges here. And you don't have to cover the whole entire thing, like just enough here. I keep doing it. I keep putting my fingers on the sticky part. And then I get stinky. Yeah. I'll put a little bit up here, actually. That looks good. So box 2, and then we want to just put this inside box 2. Yeah, and then we just push down so the glue sticks, and there we are. There we go. It's so exciting. Now we've done that, so we just need the box number 3, which is the biggest box and the one that has the background like this. You want to take the piece of blue. This is sort of like the midnight background. Some of the sides are a little darker blue or clearer than others. Just pick the side that you like the best. This is the side that I like the best. So you want to face this down and just put a little glue on the back of it to adhere it. Ooh, I can't get it to come out to the back of your frame. So this one's, you know, this is where this comes in really handy, because, you know, you can just make a nice line of glue. And then I always put a little in the middle. because I can. Glue is fun. And then when you put this in here, try to match up the holes to each other so that if you want to hang this, you're not obstructing. See, look, I can see through it. Woohoo! Now what you want to do is now it's time for the moon. The moon is behind the owl. So just pop your moon in here. Don't stick it yet. And then what you want to do is put this inside. This is where it's supposed to go. But you want to get a better idea of where you want to put the moon. Because you can put it anywhere you want. So if you push it inside your frame, like there's your moon. You can take something, a pen or whatever, move the moon around just in the box and decide if you like maybe you like it way over here. Maybe you like it like right here in the middle. Maybe you want it like directly behind the owl's head, right? Like a halo almost. Decide where you want to put the moon and, so like, you know what, I kind of like it right there. Like this is my previous one that I made and I kind of put it in the same spot. I just really like it offset like that. So leave it there, take out your top part, and then if you have like a pencil, I don't have a pencil, I have this, but that's fine. Just hold it and then sort of, make a mark of some kind, however you want, as to where you wanted to put it. So put some glue on your moon. It's just a yellow moon, so it doesn't really matter what side you put it on. Glue. Okay, and then you can just kind of put it where your markings are. That's why pencil is better, because you can kind of see that. But again, this is just a sample for fun. Okay, so there's your moon. And now you finished your backing, right? So this is your piece here. So you can put like a little tape here, down here on the sides, if you want to, so that, you're going to put the top on it, so it probably won't move, but if you want to keep it from moving, you can put a little tape. So the easiest way to do that is to do it on this part here, but you can use this, and like, this actually goes, the other piece goes a little farther down than you would expect. So you can always put some tape, not here at the top, but a little further down. See how that's just right there? Just kind of do that on the all four sides. Just a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we go. So we've got some tape. So when you put this inside, then you can push those spots that you put tape up against the edges, and then it should stick. Or at least it should stick. Sometimes it doesn't want to stick. We'll just do that. Okay, so we've got our background, our moon, we did our owl, we have lovely, beautiful leaves. And then our number 1 box is basically your lid. And this is going to be a bit of a tighter fit, so you might struggle with it for a second. But it's the same thing. And I'm like, you want to put like a little glue. So for this one, it's easier to do it on the inside of the lid, your box number 1. So, same kind of concept. Just put a little bit here. For a minute, I'm like, did I run out of glue? Never! Okay. And you just put it on top. Like I said, the fit might be a little tight, just make sure it is all secure. There it goes. So it pushes all the way down, and then you've put some tape here, so we'll just kind of push on that spot where you put the tape, and look, we're done. There is our owl shadow box. And like I said, if you have any like glitter glue or green glitter glue, you can always put a very fine line on the edges of your leaves here, just to give them a little bit more panache or exciting business. But there it is. So this is the barn owl. But this, as you'll notice, that's how you put the box together. That's how you put it all together, no matter which owl you have. And then of course you'll have a separate instruction sheet in here to show you how to stack or layer your screech owl, if that's the one you end up getting, or your barred owl, if that's the one you end up getting. He's so cute. Look at that little teeny nose. So adorable. So this is our November Crafting with Cathy. Come pick up the kits today. It's Monday. And yeah, you can make one of these awesome owls, hang it in your home. And yeah, that's the business. Those are our 3 owls, and ta-da! Thank you for watching, and I will see you next month. Next month we are also going to do another paper craft because I found a really cute. What did I tell? Did I tell you guys? So these are. It's not like a kit that I picked up. We have a paper cutting machine called the Silhouette Cameo. So we purchased the pattern for this, and then bought the right colored paper and stuff. And the machine, we send the job to the machine like a printer, and the machine like cuts out like the leaves, cuts out the these little pieces, and then I put all the pieces together and you make it. So I found a small pattern for a gingerbread house, and that is what we're going to make for December. And so it's also going to be a paper craft. So if you still have this, you can use that for on your gingerbread house. But I think I bought enough of these that you'll get another one anyway. Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. So I told you that we were going to do something with the pupils, right? And so this is my original design, and you see how it has those little dots, right? So if you have paint, this is just some white tempera paint. If you have white paint, it can be any kind of white paint. Just shake it up. Find like a toothpick. This is like a large, like yarning needle or something like that. But if you have like a toothpick, I usually shake it up so that there's paint on the top or in the cap, on the cap. And then just like take your toothpick or whatever it is you're using, take a little bit of the paint, and then you can put them in the middle, you can put it on the side, and you just put like a little dot of paint. And like he's looking this way. So let's say he's looking that way. And there you go. That adds like a little shine or a little sparkle to their eyeballs. And it gives them a bit more life. Yes, yes. Okay. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye!